Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we have fun astrology videos like this one. They're hypnosis style, some hypnosis style guided meditations to help mend broken hearts and find true love. I'm the love hypnotist for those who are interested. And there's some interesting waking hypnosis and NLP tips and tricks that you can use in your daily life. It's kind of fun. Anyways, today I'm going to rank the top Zodiac signs that have the shortest and hottest tempers. Hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Sunny. Okay, as always, the lists are based in astrology, alright? Not on, well, I know a guy who's like, okay? But whatever. And, but some of it is still subjective, right? And they can cause a lot of controversy. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. And if you have your own list, then please post it in the comment section, and I'll do my best to read it out on the weekly Love Horoscopes video that comes out every Thursday. Alright, whatever. Here we go. What's a hot temper? You know, who's a hothead here? And this should be easy, it really should. The guys on this list aren't necessarily badasses. You know, they may be out to get you, but it's not necessary. You know, a couple on the list are slow to freak. There we go. Are slow to freak. But when they do, you better watch out. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So be forewarned and be careful. The hot-tempered guys on this list, well, they are dramatic. They're demonstrative, and when they lose it, it's truly a sight to behold, seriously. And it really doesn't need much more explanation than that, really. So let's get on with it. Let's move a little closer to the camera here and get on with it. Alright, number 5, numero 5. This one is easy, right? And most people rank them number 1 because... Oh, I didn't tell you who it is. Okay, number 5, Scorpio. Yep. Again, most people rank them number 1 because, well, Scorpio has a reputation as the most vengeful sign. And they are. So if you cross one, then in a very real way, Scorpio's coming to get you. But on this list, it's a little different. Scorpio is fixed water, right? They are Mr. Ice, and they are private, and they do not like to make a scene. But piss one off, and you're about to have the worst experience of your entire life. And my friends, that's actually sugarcoating it. Scorpio is super vengeful. They'll drink their own poison, you know, it's mental. There's nothing that they won't do to get back at you. And because it's hardwired in, their freak will totally outweigh anything that you did to them. You know, it's disproportionate there, so be careful. But on the whole, you know, again, Scorpio is Mr. Ice, so of all the signs here, like seriously, they are by far and away the coolest under pressure. But underneath all of that ice is the most badass, represented by Hades, Lord of the Underworld, you know? Out for blood and not afraid to get dirty, sign of the Zodiac. And when they finally do lose control, they destroy everything. And again, I mean everything. You know, Scorpio is the sign of tearing everything apart when it's not working. So when a Scorpio freaks, it's a serious life-changing event. It's kind of fun. Anyways, these guys have a reputation for a reason, and you really shouldn't push it. Number 5, Scorpio. Alright, that was easy. Next, seriously, I bet you will not guess number 4 on this list. Alright, are you guys ready? Number 4, by nature, is peaceful, quiet, loving, slow to anger, and even slower to react. But when they do, you know, well, like Scorpio, it is definitely a life-changing experience. And truth be told, there's only one sign in the entire Zodiac that I wouldn't want to go up against. And that's number 4, Taurus. Oh yeah. Taurus, at the best of times, is a peaceful little bull in a china shop. They're clumsy, accident-prone, and generally quite loving and beautiful. So it's difficult to imagine them on the freak out. But that same loving little bull, right, when she's finally provoked into rage, is the worst, okay? They will break everything. They are strong and physical and possessive, and they can be violent. You know, they are a fixed earth sign, and you do not get much stronger than that. Taurus is also sneaky. So if they're upset, they will go behind your back for vengeance, right? But this is the hot, this is the hot-tempered list, not the most vengeful list. But just to let you guys know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is supposed to be beauty and love. But it's also the easy way. So like Taurus is sneaky. They'll go behind your back. Venus takes the easy way. Anyways, it's actually difficult to imagine a peaceful Taurus and cool under pressure Scorpio freaking out. But on many, many lists, they rank 1, 2 in this category without any debate. And the only reason they don't rank higher on this list is because they're both a lot slower and more difficult to trigger than the other signs, which truly are hothead mental cases, and you'll see in a sec. So with that, Taurus is all about peace and love. So don't provoke your little bull into rage, or else you will truly regret it in a very permanent way. Number 4, Taurus. Okay, next, time for the drama queens. All I have to say is drama queen, and you know who's coming up next. These guys, these are the guys who freak for show. They're quick to trigger, and they like to display their displeasure, which is a very kind way of saying these guys can't keep their shiz together, especially in public. Anyways, number 3, I know you guys already know who this one is. Leo, easily. Leo is the most demonstrative sign of the entire zodiac. They like being the center of attention, and for a lot of them, they don't care how or why, as long as the spotlight is shining on them. This means they can freak for almost any reason just to get attention. Leo is the poster boy of a spoiled child. Now, it doesn't make them bad people. It's not what I'm saying. A sneaky Taurus or like a Scorpio who won't let go of a hurt, those are bad people, all right? Leo is just straight up a drama queen. But having said that, the drama will include throwing dishes, embarrassing you in public, throwing their weight and influence around to block you, and they might even steal your lunch, just to make a point. Leo is the boss, and if they freak, it's because somewhere along the line, you forgot. And they are definitely going to remind both you and everyone around who the real king of the jungle is. And believe it or not, this happens a lot more often than you'd imagine. And with Leo, if it works once, then they will do it again. So that vocalized displeasure will get worse and worse. And that temper will get shorter and shorter. And if I may recommend, my friend, you should do everything in your power to prevent your Leo from going down that path, because once they do, they're not coming back. Number 3, so easy. Leo. This list is pretty easy. Some of the signs are chill, some signs are chill and relax, right? And others are like, what are you doing, man? Okay. All right, number 2 on this list is always on the boil, all right? Keep that in mind. They are mutable fire energy, which means constantly on the move and looking for action. And more than almost any other sign, they do not like to be held back or controlled. And they're vocal and demonstrative about it. And that's Sagittarius. Oh yeah. Now, Sagittarius is supposed to be an optimistic cheerleader, but unlike Libra or Aquarius, Sagittarius isn't actually watching from the sidelines. They like to jump in and have fun too, but they are always on fire, and they are always ready to launch one of those stinging arrows at anything that gets in their way. No, the first blow isn't usually lethal, but if you keep pressing, then that one warning will turn into a barrage of words, again flying dishes, and destruction that you're just not prepared for. To make things worse, every single arrow that a Sagittarius throws at you will hit home, and it will hurt. And it'll also be true. So, you're not really going to be able to defend yourself either. Like when a Virgo throws stones at you, like they're using facts, right? But facts can be skewed, man. You know, they can be irrelevant to the entire conversation. It's so stupid sometimes. But like when a Sagittarius does it, it's coming right from the heart and it's going right at you. It's a completely different experience, and when they say it is true. Oh, I'll say it right here. Actually, freak out aside, Sagittarius is definitely one of the best signs to cheer you up when you're down. And they speak the truth, you know? So you should listen to them. And if for some reason they hit the hot temper freak button, which can happen more often than you think, then you're probably in control freak mode and you need a straightening out yourself. Just say it. Anyways, even though some of these guys can freak at the drop of the hat, sometimes you deserve it, especially if it comes from Sagittarius. Anyways, for the bad Sagittarius out there, and you know, I really don't see it a lot. I like Sagittarius, but almost everyone else seems to notice it, and they really do complain to me about them, and they do it all the time. Sagittarius can be super quick to temper, and their freak out is totally on par with the energy of their enthusiasm. And if you're unprepared, it can be scary. So be careful, because like Scorpio, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Number 2, Sagittarius. Alright, next, honorable mentions. Our 2 most aloof signs, Aquarius and Capricorn. They get honorable mentions. You know, both of these guys were originally ruled by control freak Saturn. So, because they can be control freaks, it's easy for them to get upset when they see things not going their way. But by nature, they're both observational signs as opposed to dig in and get dirty signs. So, they can easily walk away or simply close the door, you know, close the door on you instead of freak. But remember, if you play with fire, you're quite possibly you could get burned. And the Aquarius especially is notoriously explosive, so be careful. But you know, by and large, these guys are pretty cool under pressure, so no, they don't make the list. But our next sign sure does. Number 1, undisputed, champion of the most mental case of the Zodiac. Alright. Okay, and these guys, you know, number 1, and these guys have commented, you know, and harassed and blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, what did I do? Let's straighten this out. This is too funny. Alright, these guys, let's get back here. This is so, I love these lists. Alright. These guys have commented and harassed and blah blah about not being at the top of every single list I've put up so far. They're that competitive. Except for the most intelligent list. And I thought that was really funny. At least they know their strengths. Anyways, our number 1 ready to blow, completely mental freakout artist of the entire Zodiac, and I doubt anyone will question this one, Aries. Oh yeah. But, you know, Aries is, you know, one of the fastest and most aggressive signs of the Zodiac. So they're easily the fastest to freak out anyways, regardless of what I said. And they are violent. You know, Aries is violent. And they are confrontational. And to make matters worse, Aries is kind of unevolved, you know. And they don't really care if they're right or wrong. They just seem to want to make a point. And the mental point they're trying to make is that they can freak out anytime they want to. It's funny. Aries is way beyond abusive and argumentative. Anyways, it's kind of like a little baby discovering their voice for the first time. The baby will sing and blah blah just to hear and play with their own voice. And well, Aries is kind of the same. They often freak just for the sake of it. And because they freak before they figure out what's going on, they can easily be wrong. So when a Sagittarius freaks, I listen. When an Aries freaks, I just roll my eyes and watch my wallet, you know? Anyways, here's the bad news. The Aries freak, when they freak out, it is annoying, you know? It comes in short bursts of expression and disappears and then comes back. They might apologize and then they'll start fighting all over again. And this behavior is one of the patterns of abusive people. So you should watch out for it. And when I see it, I tend to stay away or cut ties. Aries also has an annoying tendency of insulting you just to get attention. And I see this all the time. I mean, seriously, what gives with that? You know, you freak for no reason, you freak when you're wrong, you freak to say hello. Like, it doesn't really get much more mental than Aries, right? But they're actually cardinal fire. So, I guess we should kind of expect it. But, before we wrap up here, I'd like to say, I always thought we're supposed to evolve away from our inherent astrological tendencies anyways, to becoming more complete and loving people. Not use it as an excuse for bad behavior, and I see it all the time. People are like, I'm from here and so, that's how we talk. I'm this, that's how we talk. I'm like, how about like, evolve, man. Grow up, be human. It's to change, you know, it's to do whatever you want. I don't really care. Just keep it away from me. Anyways, what are we doing? So, okay, back to Aries. But Aries again. Aries is our first and most primal sign. So just as we don't judge little babies for singing away, we probably shouldn't be too hard on Aries, even though the constant hot attitude actually does wear thin awfully quickly. Anyways, enough preaching. Aries is Aries, right? Love them or let them go. It's totally up to you. And with that, our number one hothead, master of the total short-tempered freak out for no reason at all, is Aries. And that's the action, guys. Thanks again for sharing the videos and subscribing to the channel. I totally appreciate it. And if you have any comments or your own list, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read out the best ones on the weekly Love Horoscopes video that comes out every Thursday. As always, take everything with a grain of salt. Go ahead and freak out if you want. I don't really care. And I just want to... And that's it. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, reminding everyone that love is out there. If you know where to look, it's waiting for everyone, and your destiny is looking for you. And that's the action. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. And I'll see you soon.